Evening, folks. Welcome back to the channel. And pardon any sync issues. Just getting everything correct on my side. Can't see myself. There I am. All right, almost there. So, of course, I'm on YouTube, but then I've got the Twitch chat room open for my channel. Already got it almost in place. Oh, now it's too big. Now it's too small. Let's Goldilocks this thing. Awesome. All right. Oh, what's up, Wheel? You Bill Cooper. Glad you made it. Says, this boogie is for real. you know. And I don't know what's up with the temperature. Like, it's raining outside, so okay, there's humidity. I had the heat up, but then I turned it back down thinking I might have to put the heating pad on my knee while I'm live, and then I'll have to cut on the fan. But right now it's just this in this kind of like dewy stage, so don't mind that. Let a few folks file in. I did just see right before I went live, I looked at my phone. I guess Pickled Gamer's live right now over on his channel. He's over on the West Coast though, so I could get done with this, and then like he could still be going until like midnight my time because it's so early over there. So like I might pop over there after my show, see what's going on. Gotta see how I feel. It's fun chatting at a when somebody is just gaming. That's the only sort of visual you have is like just the game and their commentary. It's I mean every chat room is different. Of course, it's going to be a different vibe than say Frank just sitting there playing or not playing but like doing his show versus like when Frank does go live from his Twitch, it's just to play video games. And you will see a good handful of folks over there. It's usually like sometimes it's super early on a Sunday. Sometimes it's like he could go live, like way late tonight. It just depends, like when he has time or when he feels like it. But there's usually some Franklies in there, and like sometimes they're just asking Frank questions or commenting about how he's, playing the game, or look for a guy back there. And then sometimes they'll just get talking to each other, and then or like Frank might just ask a random ass question, like well, what's your favorite kind of cereal? And then suddenly that's what folks are talking about for 30 minutes. Like, yeah, I used to have that, but then I started having this, and it's just totally random. It's nothing like a regular, quite frankly. Oh, John Rogers, glad you made it. I do, so even though we like didn't really have an episode, like one episode of quite frankly in the middle of the week, it still feels like it was a full week. And a preemptive happy birthday to John Rogers. His birthday's coming up tomorrow. He'll be 21 again, so happy birthday to him. uh, where? I do have to. In an effort to save paper, I've got like notes before my Runaway Train review and then after. And then I wrote some stuff to talk about at the beginning, at the very end of that. Very organized. Oh, but I think everybody has voted. Oh, John, you're welcome. Cool. I'm going to drop this in the chat room, though, just in case. I just want to make sure everybody does have the chance to vote for the poll that we're going to get closed up during this show for the film for us to watch. What's up, Michael? Glad you made it. Let's see. Clipboard. There we go. That's for the film for us to watch for April. If you haven't voted yet, it does have 65 votes in there so far, so thank you for those. Right now, we've got Monty Python and the Holy Grail with 57%, Tommy Boy with 9%, Secondhand Lions with 18%, and Downfall with 15%. I'll let this go for like another hour. It's just 7 p.m. right now, just in case anybody wants to get their vote in, I think you can change your vote on a YouTube poll. It doesn't. It's not like Tumblr where it's just permanent forever. You can't. There's just nothing you can do. I think YouTube does. Pretty sure. Back on the first, did already. I might have already mentioned this, but I did sort of like look ahead at quite frankly .tv for his schedule. So I know what my schedule would be. And I did see like yes, he is off for his, almost that one whole week in May. But coming up here, like as far as this channel goes, let me just back up a little bit and talk about April. Okay, so next Saturday, that's going to have to be a little bit earlier show here. We'll start at 6:30 because Frank is doing a Saturday show on his channel that will be Rumble only. So if quite frankly goes live and he's not on YouTube, use Twitch chat room. I've got the link in the description to this channel. I'm sure you're already subscribed to Frank on Twitch anyway. You just go into that chat room and chat there. I can't use the Rumble chat room. There's animations constantly. I'll be watching the show on my TV, and then I'll be on Rumble. Then I'll be in the Twitch chat room for that. So earlier show for myself, and then Frank's doing his thing for 2 hours that night. Now the next show, the show for April 19th, I was thinking, since it's the day before 420, and since I haven't done a smoking out on the balcony show since that first one that I did, whenever that was, it seems like it's the time to smoke out on the balcony again. So I am planning on being, oh, what's up, Dandy? Glad you made it. So, of course, not on camera, don't do drugs. But I'll do like before, I'll like step off to the side, smoke out on the balcony, come back in, and then we'll do it like that. Don't know how it's going to go, but it's if there's any time to be, under the influence, I would say it's for 19. So that's what you can expect with that. And then the following week, the 26th, May 26th, that's when we're going to review whatever film gets chosen tonight. Now, the very end of April, it's a little bit interesting because first Frank was talking about, and this is up at Quite Frankly TV just now, I did just check. He does have himself off April 28th and 29th. The 28th was supposed to be the town hall meeting to discuss the building, and then the 29th he's just off. Now, in between that time, that apparently the building is safe. The building that Studio A in is safe. They dropped all the bullshit. We don't have to worry about that now. So Frank doesn't have to go to the town meeting. Therefore, like he could go to work on April 28th and still take the 29th off. But he has said that is up in the air for him. That is what's listed online. Personally, oh, we owe you Bill Cooper. Yes, sweet. April 19th it is. So yeah, if you're going to be like partying at this show, it should be at the regular time still. Frank has not announced any other Saturday show. So 419, we'll be out on the balcony. I would personally like Frank to work on April 28th. No, it's not technically a holiday for myself, but it is a special day for me. I mean, like, I will do a show. There is not one day of the year I would not do a show for you guys. I would go live on Halloween if I had to, and that's the hardest day of the year for me. But, like, I will work if I have to, but, like, it would be super cool if he could just, like, go in for that day. But we'll work around it. It's way far off. I'm just trying to put it out into the universe. I sort of have other, just, yeah, maybe he will, maybe he won't. And then I did mention in May. Now, May 17th, he is doing another Saturday show. And he does have the times up for it. So, again, that's going to be me going live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And then Frank goes live from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern time. And then the following week is that week where he's, like, mostly off. What's up, Jenna? Glad you made it. That's when he's off May 20th through the 23rd. So I'll be going live May 20th through the 24th that week. It's just like the week when I started doing these. Oh, Mr. Smith, glad you made it. So just a few extra shows, maybe just some time shifted a little bit, and then I'll let you know as I go. Like I find this stuff out from Frank's coffee meetings on Mondays at 11 a.m. and I, glance over at, quite frankly, TV. If you scroll down, I think it starts out with like the show, but if you scroll under that, there's like a like upcoming guest section, and then right under that there's some animations you can't turn off. But if you're quick, you can just like tap to the side, see what's coming up, and it just that's as far as it's gotten. So I know what you guys know. Okay, schedule. Yep, awesome. Oh, and then I did get a super chat in between shows, so let me pull that up here. Oh yeah, I got this was a super chat from Jenna. She said, "Surprise! No hookers or blow with this donation." Thank you for that. It was so like because this happened when I was not live, so it's weird for it to make that sound, and I was just like in the middle of my day. Like, well, that's not YouTube, so thank you for that. So that's why I wore the shirt. Now I'm hot. I know it's because I know it's not from eating because since what's up, B chaps? With my knee messed up, I thought, what's worse? Do I suffer through a show having not eaten, or do I make something to eat, knowing that like my knee could be worse off when I'm doing this? I can't be distracted with my knee hurting. I can be distracted with no food. Like it's not still up, but the December 26th episode, they were messing around in the restroom all day. So I wasn't gonna put anything in myself because where was it gonna go? Didn't have anything to eat that day at all. I did have calories though. I do have the keto brains. That's 110 calories per scoop. Like it comes with the scoop. It just so it's not like I've had nothing. I have had like vitamins. We owe you Bill Cooper. Yeah, Keck, no hookers or blow. Tough luck, Nikki. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are you gonna do? That's all right. Beach app, why the stream started so early today though. I started at 7 p.m. today. I think my last show, like for Frank's birthday, I was live at 4:30 because he might have gone live later. He didn't end up doing it. This is just it's still 7 p.m. Eastern time here. That's something I know nothing about. Does the Southern Hemisphere do daylight savings? Is it the same day? I have no idea about that. I just realized that. Like they've got time zones. It would make I just realized I know nothing about that. I'm just, this many years old. It's not that I don't care about Australia. I just realized I was never gonna go there. So I had this idea. I actually had this idea come to me on Frank's birthday of all days. Oh, first, before I say that, let me say this because before I mentioned that dream I had about Frank and he was all like sloppy drunk, I had to get the alcohol away from him. Okay, the very next day in Discord, Frank was talking about like, oh man, I had some kind of rough night's sleep and I feel hungover today, if that makes sense. And I had to type in there real quick. I'm like, yeah, you got sloppy drunk last night. I didn't say where, I just said that. But all right, so here's the idea. This is why the title of the show. I've never done this before. In theory, this could work. All right, so I've already made it just a playlist that it's one of the playlists where like anybody can collaborate on. But right now I have it unlisted, so you can only get to it when you have the link. I'll grab that for you. But what it is, I was thinking everybody who has the link can, it's just going to be frankly, it's just us. Everybody put in 5 songs. It can be, it's like, say, it might be like your 5 favorite songs. It might be just songs that you want people to hear because you like them. Maybe it's your own band and you want us to hear those songs. But because, 5's a reasonable number. I thought 10, but if it gets to be 2, a playlist can only handle so much. A YouTube playlist, let's be real. But 5's a good number. So just whatever, because we're from all different like generations and in different times and different influences. So somebody's 5 picks won't be the same as somebody else, maybe born the same year. So it's just with the like the randomness and the variety of what we can get. I want everybody to just, pick up 5 songs, put them in the playlist, and it's something that we can listen to anytime. Unfortunately, this is not, say, a music channel where I can just like play the stuff. I get copyright struck. Bill Cooper, yeah, 5 is a reasonable number, yeah. But it would just be a frankly made playlist for other Franklies to listen to, because if you start sharing it, we don't need like strangers collaborating on this. I really just want stuff that like we're into, because we're gonna get a huge variety. It's not just gonna be 80s stuff or 60s stuff or bluegrass stuff or rock and roll. Like we're gonna get a huge variety. And the thing is, this is because I've never done this before, so it's open up YouTube. It's so cute because at first I thought, okay, everybody just list the song you put in. But one, that's a lot of hassle. Two, there's a character limit. People aren't going to want to, it's not something we want to be harping on all the time. Just, add some songs. If you add in a sixth one, take one out. We don't need one person, dominating this. But what happens is you add a song to it, and then I don't know the alphabet anymore. What did I call it? Balcony playlist. Okay. What it does is, like, I've got Depeche Mode in there right now, but like right in the bottom left hand corner, like real small, it puts your avatar, so we'll know who added it. So like maybe if 2 people add the same songs, we'll have it in there twice with 2 avatars. But but you get what I'm saying. Let me hit the share button, because it's an unlisted playlist, and then it is set to collaborate and allow new collaborators. And if that's on, you can just, if you have the link, you can add to it. You don't have to like have your name added to a list in order to add to the playlist. So let me. I had not created this when I started up the show. It's so that's why it's sort of like not in the description. And gotta delete the extra stuff at the end. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I just put in, Depeche Mode for to just like everybody likes the hell. Who has not heard some version of Enjoy the Silence? I don't know if I'm going to leave it in there. I just needed to, have something to kick it off. That's the first thing that came to me. Because that's the one song of all of the songs Frank plays at the very start of the show. Like not the intro song, but after that. Like that's the one song like the most people are like, oh my God, it's this. At least, I freak out and other people do too. So it's like, good. It's not just me. Oh, will you be Bill Cooper? You said a great idea, by the way. And Dandy says, cool idea. Dandy, yeah, Depeche Mode is one of my favorite bands. Yeah, yeah. So since I know John Voight, he's like a big music guy, and like this was something I know he would be into. I mentioned it in the chat room that day when I thought of it, and maybe like 2 people were like, "Oh, hey, that's cool." But it's like, "Hey, 2 people, that's enough. I'll run with it." Like if this comment gets one like, I'll proceed, sort of a thing. So I think we're all responsible enough to, say like one person is not going to put 1,000 songs in there and fuck it up for everybody. Because if you want to like say look at it, watch it on your TV, you have to scroll down each individual one. There's not like the 3 options. You can go side to side. It takes forever and a day. So that's what I was thinking. Like 5's a good amount. And then if it gets too insane, if we like fill up one playlist, like I'm getting way ahead of myself. It's not like we couldn't do more, or like maybe do like like this is getting even farther ahead, but like they would have a theme to it. And that's a little bit too much what Frank does, but like Frank's are like that's all music that he's chosen and putting in a playlist versus this is songs that we've chosen and putting in a playlist for us. So it's gonna have all of our like influence on it, and might turn us on to some new music we didn't hear before, or it's like, oh, I never heard this version of that song. I didn't like. Do you ever listen to a song and you just but then you hear like a remix of it or like a live version or a cover of it, like how is that the same song? Like those are the same, like you're looking it up online. Like they didn't get sued for copying this. It's the same song. How's it better? Like it's like that. But yeah, that's just there to use. Like, there's no like time frame. I'm not saying it has to be filled up by the end of the week. It's just something we can play with, and it's just something there to use. See how it goes. Right for right now, since it is brand new and unlisted, I do just want to kind of keep it a little bit to ourselves. Like, I don't want to say throw it up on the home page of my channel just yet. But yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. B Chap said, just reminded me of the episode of the TV show Seinfeld where George Costanza buys a car owned by John White, the dentist. Gonna say, wait, it's spelled differently. Oh, that's cute. I remember what it was at the very end of my last show. Something reminded me of like there was a cartoon character who had spent some time overseas, like Vietnam somewhere, was on like a drama soap opera there, but they don't speak the language. They don't know what they said. Then they come back to the United States and they go back 20 years later, and like the female lead is still in love with the guy. It was Quagmire. It was Quagmire. That just came to me today. I've been thinking about that ever since. God, that fucked with me. So, of course, it would be who else but Quagmire? But yeah, that's what it was. Danny, yes, Florence and the Machine redid last Christmas. Amazing version, but depressing. Oh, then they do a sad version of it. Oh no. Because Last Christmas is uh, more of a happy medium type of song. I'm not trying to remember it. I used to work retail. I was tortured to Christmas music, so they can keep it. But yeah, balcony playlist is there. Oh, let me. I'll say this now, and then I'll come back to it when I get to the day. On your phone, go to YouTube and then tap on your wait. Okay, yeah, tap on your avatar at the bottom. Go up to the top where the gear is. That's the settings. Tap that. One, two, three, four, five, six. The seventh option is manage all history. Tap that. Now, sort of up at the top, it says history, controls, interactions. Go to interactions. Then you're going to want to, at least on my phone, I have to scroll down. There's like one section with a lot of options. There's another section with two options. And there's a section that says other YouTube interactions. Channel subscriptions is the first option. Click that. Now be very careful because you don't want to X anything out of here. But this is your YouTube channel subscriptions. Your YouTube channel subscriptions. And this shows you the day you subscribed to channels. For example, I can say this now. I subscribed to Quite Frankly. This is probably after an unsubscribe. I always warn people that YouTube will unsubscribe you from Quite Frankly at least once a year. Then they learn not to do that after a while. So the last time I had to subscribe to Quite Frankly, the only Quite Frankly, was on November 16th of 2016. So that would have been the beginning of year 17 for me, like after about a month or so into it. Yeah. And Shane mentioned that, and I was going to ask him where he found that, and then I forgot and just remembered the other day and asked him, so I had to like write down every single step. But I will come back around if he didn't find it. I'll come back around to it if you want to know exactly where it is. Oh, my hip hurts. That's the thing when my knee goes out. I put all my weight on my left leg because I blew out like the right side of my back in summer of 2018. So if my knee goes out, I've got two problems because I can't put weight on this side, so it just makes my back hurt. So it's yeah. Beach Happy, not subscribed to any YouTube channel at all, but that's very cool of you. That's very brave. Mine only goes back to like 2015. I would have had to. How was I not subscribing to channels? I've had a YouTube account since 2011. I just, you know what? It's you know I was a different person back then. I had to be online more now. That's then I probably had to start subscribing to channels then. So just John Riders. I don't want the other, Quite Frankly, channel. There is only one Quite Frankly channel. Now, before last weekend, we were told that Frank was going to be off on Monday, the 31st, for a town meeting, having to deal with the building. So I was thinking, cool, I'm going to be, doing this Monday and Wednesday. But Mondays, if he's off on a Monday, he usually still does the coffee meeting. So I'm thinking, cool, I'll be ready for that. But he usually does put up a notification. So I was looking to see if he had it up. Nothing. There was no notification a half an hour before. So I thought, maybe the dude is just so stressed out and just has his mind on other things. He's just focused on, doing the meeting and that stuff and just off work stuff that he's not even thinking about doing the meeting. He can do that. That's fine. So I was just going about my morning, had everything put away, and then my phone chimes off at 11 a.m. I said, fuck! I knew what it was. I pick it up. God damn it! I hate showing up late. I was like 3 minutes late. So pull everything out, set everything up, get there. And then Frank's, just like he's already, into it. He's not even looking. He's like writing stuff down. Yeah. So I'm just taking questions for tonight. I'm thinking, dude, you must be hella stressed out because there's no show tonight. There's a show tomorrow. But, I wasn't going to, I was going to wait for him to say it again before I corrected him. Like, let somebody be wrong. Maybe they said it as a joke. Maybe he was just, says the wrong thing like I do. But let's go along with it. It's like, sure, tonight, Frank, when you're off. Uh-huh. But then, like, maybe he said it again or somebody else mentioned it or it came up in such a way that I just had to ask in the chat room. I'm like, wait. Like, he didn't misspeak? Is there a show tonight? And somebody else was like, yeah, the meeting got canceled. I'm like, oh, I was having such a terrible Monday. I really shouldn't want to be smoking that early, but I had to be smoking that early. But I couldn't before because I thought I was going to have to go live that night, but then finding out I didn't have to go live. So, like, as soon as that show was over, I was smoking out on the balcony. It was just one of those kind of days. One of those kind of days when you have to get high before noon. So I'm like, cool, it's not like I was going to miss anything. I still get to go to, see you guys at the end of the day and all that. So I don't have to be sober for it. So it's like, okay, that's good. I get to that's one relief off of my mind. I get to, de-stress earlier. Oh, B Chip said, yeah, I feel ya. About 5 years ago, I fell into a small hole, leg collapsed, and fell on the side of my head. Oh, damn, yeah. It's either one thing goes wrong and then the whole thing falls apart. So there was a show that night. Cool. And that's what Frank was talking about, that starting on Thursdays, we've already seen it, but he's going to be, he's simulcast on Badlands Media on Rumble. And so that's why he has those little extra commercials in there, little bumpers. And, he is looking to have like a better, guest on Thursdays to to just drive, more traffic into the show, get people to watch it. Because jumping ahead, I did look over on Badlands on Thursday, and they had like 1.1K watching Frank just over there. So like he's, his reach is expanding. People are getting more, access to him. Jenna said Frank should be in better touch with his mods, in my opinion. I kind of think so too. Oh, Kelly, what's up? Now there was a time when there was like a little like group chat to like tell people just to inform people, but that was also at the same time where like some people were like cutting up and they're not around anymore and they're not moderators anymore because they didn't know how to act. Well, they knew how to act childish. They didn't know how to act their age unless that's how 50-year-olds act. Pardon. I see why not, because there's no incentive to do this. I think because nobody's ever done it before. And, chat rooms just, not every chat room is solid like ours, quite frankly, but like finding a way to get the chat more involved with the show, but like maybe quite frankly is at a place where he's like past that. I don't know how things work from the like grow your channel kind of a side thing. Yeah, Kelly, what's up? If I didn't say before, I mean, like, I can, like DM Frank. There are, I mean, like, not a lot, but there are times where, like, especially at the home studio, I don't know what it is, but the volume will be a lot lower. And if I have to have like my volume up on like 23, it's like that's a bit much. It should not be up that high. And then like literally half the chat room was complaining. It's like, well, it's not just me. So like I can hear fine, but it's different when you're on, a phone, not a tablet. So I get it. So I'll mention something then during the show real quick, but it's like, hey Frank, how's it going? Just want to let you know. I'm just like volume's too low. He doesn't have time to sit there and read a fucking novel. He's live, so I get it. Oh yeah, Kelly. Yeah, good. Good. It's if I can stutter my way through this, it's going good, Nikki. Glad to catch you on. Yeah, I'm glad to be on. It makes everything worth it. Beach chat, all good. Already went to the medical clinic. Doctor sent me for scans. Ugh. Yeah, gotta love it. And this kind of pissed me off back when, not November, but the November before, because this was right when we lost the 2 hour chat room on YouTube. It's something happened. I don't know what this setting is, and I'm sure I brought this up maybe last year. But Ryan Swayze 88, I know he's a Capricorn. For so, like, I don't have him blocked. Frank doesn't have him blocked, but for whatever reason, he hasn't been able to see my comments for like over a year, 2 years. God, I hate that. It's like being dead. It's like being a ghost. That pisses me off so bad. Oh, okay, yeah, I know. So Frank was asking people to ask him questions, and so I'm just, of course, just being silly. I'm like, Frank, what's your cup size? And he's like, I don't know, like a small C, a large B cup. I think so. I think so. Well, just by looking at him, I forget what shirt he had on that day, but I would say that's correct. So if you have to buy a bra for Frank, Kelly says, I missed what the Badlands thing was. I wish I would have known more about it. Yeah, he kind of like he may have mentioned it to us before, but it's like the first time I really wrote it down was just this last Monday. It's just this other like bigger sort of network wanted to simulcast, quite frankly. And so every Thursday, that's what they're doing. It's just the once a week. So if you go to Badlands Media on Rumble, it's like quite frankly, episode one, like he's just starting out. But that's the last Thursday show is there. And then if you look at his schedule at quite frankly TV, if you go forward, sometime in May, he's going to have like the owner of that place on, like the owner of Badlands Media on. And then I swear, like somewhere else in the schedule, he has the person who owns, Pilled. I know his first name is Matt. He's not one of our Matts. He's Pilled Matt. He is going to be on. I wish I could ask Frank in such a way to ask this man who in his life with epilepsy pissed him off so bad that he just made his site unusable for anybody who is visually impaired. What's. There's no reason for that. I don't have a nice way to ask that question. Just what the actual fuck is wrong with you? John Rogers said, when he is in the studio, I run 45 to 50 on my TV. When he's home, I'm on 60. Yeah, it's just for whatever reason. And again, I don't know if it's just like an extra like notch you can just like click up a bit, but just the if you really want to be anal about it, the Studio B audio, it's just like a tad bit lower. But I mean, like even with my, sensitive hearing, it doesn't bother me, but it's, again, I'm on a tablet. I'm not on a phone would be different. I gotta plug this in. Please don't freeze. And then I don't know what they do outside of that. I didn't like click around. I mean, like I see that they have other videos there, but I would assume it's like political type of current events type stuff. But I couldn't say exactly what they do. Nothing like that. So don't. But I'm not like the authority on their website. But they like Frank, so I'm glad they like the show. I don't know how they found, quite frankly, or if Frank or his people reached out to them. No idea, but I'm glad they're friends. And Frank said this, so I can say this too. But Frank was born at 7:37 p.m. If anybody does natal charts and is doing that kind of information, oh, well, like Frank's told me, so I can't tell you exactly, what he's told me, what I have, like I mean, but he was born on April 2nd, 1985, and he was born at 7:37 p.m. Uh, I I would guess he was born in Port Chester. If it asks for a location, I'm just I don't remember what I have in Astro.com. I'm just saying that off the top of my head. I'm not doxing the man. Just assuming, just assuming. I'm allowed to assume. Okay, now this was the show proper on Monday. He did mention that there is a town hall at the end of April, April 28th. It's always like the very last Monday of the month. Now that's what he said on Monday. Oh, and methods, methods with like the first E is a 3. He's going to be a guest on the show for the first time. I forget where, again, that's on quitefrankly.tv. He's always like, I know he does other stuff and has a channel and a following and all that stuff, but I don't know that about other people. I just know them from the chat room, and he was always cool in the chat room. So like, I want to see him. Like, that's so cool. It's so weird to only talk to somebody and then you get to see him. So I like it. I probably could look him up right now, but that'd be cheating. So like, yeah, that's gonna be cool. Sometime in May, I think. I want to be surprised. I don't want to remember. I just want to show up and be like, oh, that's tonight. And that's when he found out Wayne Smaldridge's birthday is on March 30th. Aries. And he really does need to call in, quite frankly, and just talk about back in the day type of stuff. Oh, okay. Because Frank or somebody in the chat room mentioned something about doing something, and they were just like screaming until they got in trouble for screaming. Like, that's sort of like all the trouble that these people got into doing something. But that reminded me of another story that just actually, I was there. I saw it happen. All right, so I don't know if it's still set up this way. This was at Cedar Point. Trying to think of the year 20. I think the last time I was there was 2011. So like some in there. The only reason I say that is because I don't know if like the park is still set up the same way. Oh, cool. John Rogers Methods is one of the creators on Foxhole. Nice. So over in Frontier Town, there was like they used to have that one ride that sort of like the water rides, and it kind of like took you up the thing, and then you went up in the tunnel. It came down and splashed down, and the only way you could get splashed by it is if you got off the ride. Like, you can just be walking by and get splashed. It was that they took it out, but that's where it was. And then like there's like this little like taco stand off to the side. And then like I think there was like an actual merry-go-round like sort of like behind, but they might have taken that out. Anyway, what they have here, I think it's called a swing ride. All it is, it's sort of like maybe T-shaped, but it has all these like super long swings hanging from it, and all it does is like it raises up a bit. Like the whole time it's turning, but it gets a little bit taller, and then like the centrifugal force, like you're kind of like out to the side swinging, like you're just like this kind of feel like it wasn't. They did have a log ride back there. This was the one where not like the one where you were sitting like 4 people like this, but the one where like you were like maybe like 2 or 3 people, and then like there were like a few rows on the cart. I forget what it's called, but like Big Splash. It's more like a kiddie ride. I'm sure the height requirement is you have to be at least 5 to ride this thing. So it's not a roller coaster. You're just like on a swing going in a circle, but it's fun. You're up in the air, nice breeze, all this stuff. Look around at the people. It's like a regular day. There's nothing special about this day, special about the people, whether just nothing. Just getting on this ride. I was there with maybe a friend or two. Just it's on the way. It's something you do on the way to a bigger ride. And people different ages get on there. You don't really pay attention, but as we get up on the ride and we really start getting swung out to the side, one guy, like, teenager, like, just teenager. Just he starts screaming like he's on the Millennium Force, like he's on a huge. He's just whoa, yeah, yeah, just like doing all the big screaming, and we're just swinging around. So I'm cracking the fuck up. Like who I've never come across this. All the times I've been to Cedar Point, nobody's acted like this. So I'm cracking the fuck up. He's just not stopping. Like he's committed to the bit. He's not just doing it twice. He's doing it for the whole thing. I thought it was gonna last for the whole, time around. But as he gets started, suddenly like we start, like it slows down. I'm like, oh, because it's usually not that short. I'm thinking, are they really gonna kick this kid off for screaming? He didn't hurt anybody, but you don't complain. You just sit there, stop, slowers down. Somebody comes out, he gets out of the seat, he goes away. Like they kicked him off the ride for that. He didn't do anything. But like, hey, wait, we didn't get our whole trip. Are we all gonna have to get up? I was gonna get pissed off. That nope. They closed everything up. Let us go back up, swinging around, having a good time. Oh, Lisa Gray, glad you made it. We'll be lurking as I'm doing some alterations on my granddaughter's prom dress. Wow. Beach Chef just reminded me of the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The soldiers in the game yelling similar, yeah. Just like, like huge roller coaster rides on a kiddie ride. Anyway, so we're up there again. I'm thinking, cool, we get like an extra ride up here. Awesome. I don't, know the timing of it, how many minutes, but, like, cool. So we're getting around after so many swoops around. Here's some other teenage kid. Whoa! Yeah! It just. I realize, that's what I got. Like that's his buddy. So I'm cracking up again. Like, oh shit! Like they're not gonna stop it again, right? They're gonna let us do the whole thing and then like kick us all off, right? No, we started slowing down. Then they dropped us all down. Somebody comes out and like take the kid away. Like they really kicked two people off this ride, but we were cool. We didn't have to get up. Let us go up again, start spinning around. Honest to the gods, I was waiting for it to happen a third time. I was ready for it. It didn't. We just did our ride and got, just went about our way. But the fact that these kids were so committed to acting a fool, like they didn't hurt anybody. I love that. I'll never forget that. Dandy, I rode the witch's wheel one year opening day while it was snowing. That was crazy cool. Can that be safe? I didn't know you could operate a roller coaster in the snow. Uh, because of all like the big rides I've been on, get to this one little dinky swing ride. It would be like I would understand that screaming more on the Blue Streak. No wait, yeah, the Blue Streak, and that's a roller coaster that's 100 and something years old. You can literally sit on it with your hands up the whole time and be fine. It's just like up and down, swoops around, up and down, you're done. Kelly, that's really funny. Just kids being kids, like they're just screaming, like they weren't screaming profanities. They weren't like hollering at, like Chad, yell at him. Okay, Brett. It was nothing like that. It was just one guy having a great time. It just use like the big coaster screams on the little ride. And like that's what, because it would be if he was like screaming profanity or like "fuck you, lady" or like get that little kid. It was nothing like that at all. They were just having a good time. It's just the wrong level of fun. Like keep your screaming at this decibel, or we're gonna kick your ass off. Maybe there's a decorum, thing. They didn't want somebody like say like the security guards to hear screaming come running over. Like I get it, but like it was just some good fun. And then Jules called in talking about this kid in her class who would like sleep on his books as if that was going to make him absorb the knowledge during his nap. I can't recall if she said that worked or not. I know when I was in study hall, I would always wake up. It was like 5 minutes till 1 whenever study hall ended. It was always 5 minutes before like the hour. Like I wasn't wearing like an alarm or nothing like that. And I'm surprised I remember that. I remember very little from school. Oh, nice, John Rogers. I used to make bumper rails for the Blue Streak. Sweet. Oh, Beach Chap's back. Glad you made it back. Now, Brenda said this. I guess one word was a typo. I wouldn't have corrected it because this is, oh, a Buddha Jow. Oh, that son of a bitch. Mercury retrograde. I'm sorry about that. It's our fault for living on planet Earth. She corrected one word. I won't tell you one. I'll tell you what she said because this is great. She said, I had a fog that would chew the eyes off of stuffed animals, just one eye. She should have left it like that. I wouldn't have corrected that. That's a great typo. Because it makes her sound like some kind of witch or something like that. I like that. William Bill Cooper, yeah, riding wooden coasters is a great rush. I do see because there was a while there I was watching a lot of videos about roller coasters, and it seems like they take all of the wooden roller coasters and add metal tracks to them, and then they have to add extra wood to them because they weren't designed for that. And then there's video of them like swaying as the track goes by. Like I would have turned around and left. Like no, because like yeah, I might be fine at my size on there, but they're gonna have some 300-pound person on there that's gonna crush me. So no. And if you do this, because it's funny, because I'll start watching like a roller coaster video about one I've been on, and like low key start to remember them, even though I haven't been on them in years. This is a steel coaster, but the Magnum was made before computers were, or roller coasters were designed on computers, and it was all hand welded. So, like, yes, while it is like metal, steel, whatever, it is gonna feel rougher than the other like newer metal coasters because of that. Like you feel rattled around a bit more. But you're fine. You're fine. You're not gonna get, you're not banged up when you walk off of there. The only time I ever got hurt at Cedar Point was I didn't even get hurt. It was my glasses case. This was back when the Mean Streak was all wooden. It took that roller coaster took for fucking ever. The free fall didn't feel like a free fall. It was like 18 minutes long. It was like 3 minutes, but it felt longer. But I had my glasses in a glasses case, and that contraption rattled me around so much it had a fucking dent in the glasses case. The glasses were fine, but god damn. And now it's like steel track and renamed it all. It's the one, if you like see Cedar Point, there's like one way at the top. That's what that is. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. If you watch videos about roller coasters, if you get into those like disaster ones, like oh no, how could this have happened? And it's about somebody on some kind of roller coaster, and they usually end up getting killed. Well, they usually end up getting killed because what usually ends up happening is it's usually a person who is too big to be on the ride, or maybe like they're too young and too small to be on the ride. So I mean, the operators need to start telling these people like you're either too fat or your parents are too stupid trying to bring your little 4-year-old ass on this roller coaster. And that's how it happens every single time. It's not, like maybe every once in a while there's like a loose part or a funky part, but like most of the time, it's somebody who has no business being on that thing. Oh, I can't buckle this thing. Oh, I'm 400 pounds. Next thing you know, they go flying out and we get a thumbnail. So, because your first reaction is feel bad for these people, but then you watch these videos and it's like, you see it coming. Like I see the foreshadowing. It's awful shadowy. Why can't they see it? And then like there are some that are just at pure accident, straight up tragic. Like a piece breaks off, and like those are sad. Don't get like I'm sorry anybody's getting killed, even if it is in a silly way and you shouldn't have been there. But you start to notice a pattern, and then you can't unsee it. Tuesday's show, that was the April 1st, April Fool's Day, this thing. That's when I did look up and get that it's May 20th through 23rd, Frank's off. That's when I found out, like, oh, that's when I get to do a full week. We owe you, Bill Cooper. Yeah, too fat or your parents are too stupid, Keck. Yeah, it's Go on it, you'll be like, because like the kid wants to go on the ride, but the height says no, but the kid wants to, and the parent doesn't know how to say no to their child because everybody's excited and they just like, oh, it'll be fine, and then yeah, like yeah, it was fine at the time. Now you got a funeral to go to next week, so you can wear all of your merch. That's what I'd like, completely off the topic. I hate to see this. Like if you're like, your kid's like 16, 17, 15, whatever, or you give them the family car to drive, they get into an accident or a fender bender, and then all I see on Facebook is like the parent making fun of the child for getting into the accident. Fuck you, you're a bad parent, because the flip side of that is you could be wearing all black right now, driving behind a hearse. So fuck you. That's not funny to make fun of. You know how much worse that could have been? And then there you would have been crying for pity points. No, I see what kind of personality that is. Himalaya had the best music, like a 100-mile per hour dance party. Whoa, holy shit. Me, Jeff, yeah, almost totally forgot about the April Fool's morning pranking jokes. Only partly fooled one person this year. Yeah, I was not even thinking about. I was just thinking that there wouldn't be any fun on Tumblr that day, but then there was. One guy called in. He was so excited. All I did was write down Will was his name. Excited caller, right? We get these callers that call in. And it's like you should have your own show. You got a great radio voice. Just so much personality comes through in their calls with their voices and just everything. It's like you want to hear these people more. Like, do you have content? It happens. Now I kind of hate to point this out because on the one hand, I do dislike the idea of minors being online, just because there are people who like that for bad reasons. However, this did happen, and I don't know, maybe like something Frank could like clip or something like that, because it happened organically. But Frank's daughter was there. It was like his mom was there, his wife, his daughter, cousin Sherry. I'm sure Pyretta was in there. Like all the ladies were there. But at one point, his daughter was, I think she was standing by cousin Sherry, and then she just starts like touching stuff. I don't know what's on the table there, but she picks up something that looked like a drink coaster and she holds it up, and it was a Quite Frankly logo, and like she was like looking at the camera. Like that would be a good like just to like clip just like one shot, because like the logo, you could read it perfectly, you could see her face perfectly. She may have been smiling, I'm not sure, but it was a good just like shot that it's just, you don't have to stage it, it happened naturally. 7:36 p.m. on the April 1st show. Did I write down that right? Frank was like, oh, saying to cousin Sherry, like, didn't you just pass your 50-year-old milestone? Because Frank's so hung up about turning 40. But then Sherry's like, oh no, that was like, she said her age, but I wrote down 51. But because she said it, so it's not like I'm like doxing her. She already said it, but like she should have lied when Frank was like, "Didn't you just turn 50?" Yeah, yeah, I did. It just shave off a few years. Like, yep, I sure am. Thanks for getting my birth date exactly right, Frank. Thank you. Next topic. Don't think about it. Like I would not think she's like that age, and I'm not sure which side of the family she's on. Is she on Frank's mom's side of the family, or her dad's side of the? I mean, like it doesn't matter in like the grand scheme of things. I just wonder. That chick is so cool. She'll have some good. She had the one costume for Halloween. It was sort of like a genie costume, but she had the like sheer over the legs, very but like sheer black. It was like sexy without being slutty, and very but very classy. I like the way she does things. And I kind of wanted to ask this, but I didn't have a place to ask it at. But then I think cousin Sherry asked Frank's mom this, and I wanted to know like what Frank's birth was like. And it was like 2 days long. He was just in there like bullshitting, like, no, 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 I've got it just the way I want, but I've got the things here, and 2 whole fucking days. I'd have been so bored. Yeah, 53, I think, is what she said. I don't know why I wrote down 51. But like, I would have lied. I would have lied. Like, yes, you're right. Wow, thank you for remembering, Frank. Not like I don't think she's clearly not the type to be hung up about her age. Just because she looks, I would not think she was that age. I was like in my head, I kind of think she's like 45. I just ish, she's just like slightly older than me. Wait, how old am I? Yeah. Frank had this first. Sometimes he gives a little bit too much lead into a thing. Like just show the thing. Stop describing every single last detail about what we're gonna see. Like don't spend a half an hour talking about a 5 minute video. So we had a lot of lead up to this, but what happened was Frank was gonna go to start something like preschool, kindergarten, something like that, and they had like a Gumby doll, and he was wrestling around with it, and for whatever reason, he like went to like dive, and like the corner of the coffee table hit him, so like bam, and it was just fucked his shit up, just totally swollen, and like the next day or the day after, that's when he had to like go to school and be around a lot of kids. We owe you, Bill Cooper. You had 2 days of labor to hatch Frank. Damn. Because you know what? The labor probably started, and she's like, oh, hell no. I'm not having a baby on April 1st. Like, what time is it? It's midnight yet. So then it shows the video, and the video, it's like Frank is not even looking at the camera. We're seeing everybody else. There's like Anthony's so small. He's got a bottle still. But then we finally get to see Frank. He finally like turns around, like he like it's like he doesn't want to look at the camera, but we get to see him. That's what I was saying. It's like his one eye was totally regular, just Italian. But if you saw him from this side, he looked like an Asian with dark blue eyeshadow on because it was just that swollen. But like it wasn't like black and blue. It was just the eyelid was just discolored and it was puffy. But that was it. And like he was smiling and happy to be there. Like he didn't act like it was sore, nothing like that. It's like nobody pulled his mom aside, like, listen, we couldn't help but notice. So like, maybe it was the 80s and nobody cared. Oh, the kids had a black eye, but you know what? That reminds me, was there like a national hit your kid day? Because when I worked at the water park, it was the beginning of March. I never saw like I saw at least 3 kids in one week with black eyes. So what was happening? Were they all Illuminati? What I just remember that, and that was like in 2016. What happened? Oh, you, Bill Cooper. Yeah, it was a nice shiner. Ooh. Then it just reminded me of when my eyes swole up. That ugh, I don't want to remember that. Yeah, Frank kind of got beat up a little bit there. Then they mentioned something about Microsoft Word costing money, so Frank uses something called Libra. He didn't say a Libra, he just said Libra. So, okay, if you are using Microsoft Word and it tries to charge you money, tell it to go fuck itself. Just like the sign Libra. Okay, this topic's been coming up since Tuesday. I'm glad I wrote it down here. Well, Frank is on about things that have just gone away in recent years that nobody's noticed. Like customer service, stuff like that. But one thing that he started harping on was the fact that, and other people have noticed this, I've noticed it too in my personal life, just haven't said anything. But there's just fewer bugs, just, go out for a drive, just fewer on your windshield, just fewer out and about, just in general. So CP Topher said the bugs are smarter. They're just flying over the cars and avoiding going into your windows and whatnot. That's all that is. They're just they're there. We just don't see them. They're like midgets. But then cousin Sherry started asking about. No, what she said. First of all, what she said, they were talking. She was talking about going to I think like silent auctions or auctions for just stuff and something about you can see inside before you bet on it. offer. I don't know anything about auctions. I just know like the highest number wins. But she was such a pirate for saying this. She's like, she said everybody's got gold somewhere. I'm like, hey, like that's the most piratey thing she's ever said. Like, I'm like, wait, I'm trying to think where the gold is in my house, but that's I kind of that's not what I was on about. She started asking about other Franklies. I was like, oh, wow. But she asked about Poopy Butthole. He has not, like, I've seen him around like once this year, maybe twice. But in general, he's just not at every single show. Like I assume he works. He's got, stuff to do. So he's still alive. He still exists. He's just not regular. And then she mentioned like who was the guy who would call it and do the like the raps or something like that. And that was Legacy Rap, but way back in the day, in the like the Ustreams and all the days, he would just I've mentioned it before. Frank could like hello, and like I don't know if Frank knew who was calling in, but Frank could pick up. And Legacy would just like start spitting a rhyme he just came up with. Like I don't know if it was like on the spot or if he had to like practice for 5 minutes, but and it would go on for like a minute or two, and he's like talking about like the Frank and the show, and he's mentioned us all by name in the chat room, stuff like that. It was so cool, stuff like that. And then she also mentioned Flat Albert. She mentioned she wanted to get in touch with his family just to see how they're doing. Because if you remember when Frank did the OBOB if possible beach app, Michael, oh no, a bird flew into your car the other day. Uh, oh, R.I.P. to him. I know. Oh wait, no, this is true in real life too. It's true in a dream. It's true in real life too. That if you see a bird fly into a window and die, it means there's going to be a death. It's not gonna be me, sadly. Yeah, that's a real thing. I'll be chip. That's okay. We'll still be the show will still be up for you. I'm gonna make sure to not say anything so it doesn't get taken down. Oh, but I was gonna say, when Frank did his sort of Christmassy episode when he had his family come on in December, like way at the very end of that, after the like I hate the show line, a lady called in. It was Lisa, Flat Albert's wife, and just calling in just to say she's hanging in there, and like everybody said hi to her and maybe Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Like Frank's daughter and her like talk back and forth a little bit. It was really sweet. So she's still, out there. Sounds like she's holding it together and like, processing everything. But everybody does want to hear more about what's going on with Flat Albert's family because over on, pardon me, Twitch, there's always, folks are always mentioning Flat Albert still. So we just want to make sure everything's okay. It's certainly not in a morbid sense, like, oh, well, how did he go? What method did he use? It's nothing like that. We're just concerned for his family because we're all like, again, I would speak with Lisa on a Discord back in the day when we all did that. Yeah, then on Wednesday, we were all here talking about, quite frankly, yeah, hitting less bugs, but one bird. That's not a fair trade off. Those things leave dents. Oh, cool. Somebody said they weren't sure how to add to the playlist, but here's a couple of suggestions. I'll have to get the link. I'll get it sorted out. I'll get it taken care of. Let me drop this in there again. This is going to be the link for the poll for the movie for us to watch for this month. What am I looking for? April movie. Forgot just that quick. Uh, yeah, leave this going for a little bit longer. Oh, and I do want to say thank you. This was like it's still building up. I'm up to 229 subscribers, so thank you for that. So what it is, like I told you, it shows your avatar, and then underneath it's got like four little like tiny avatars, and it says see your subscribers. Right now, it's like a big D. a little D, another guy. I know who it is, and then like a fourth D. Like, well, what's with all these D's underneath? Because it was like funny when it was two, but now there's three. That's so silly. YouTube's weird. Erica is asking if Zoso lost a kitty. Like, I think so. Somebody, like, I don't want to say he said it directly, but like one of the other Franklies said like something like that. I didn't know he had cats. William Bill Cooper said, I pray for Albert Frederick's family often. He is truly missed in Twitch chat. Yeah, dude was always around. Well, Erica said his missus was going this past Monday. Oh man, I hope not. That sucks. That's hard. There's no way to like there's no one, set way to deal with grief, whatever gets you through it. And get high, because you're gonna be sad either way. You might as well do it with a buzz. That was all Thursday. When did I get that phone call? Okay, no, it wasn't yet. All right, hang on just a second. Nose is a little bit drippy. I forgot about this, but Frank mentioned it. That John Rogers said he still has a new cat named Phantom. Oh, nifty. But Jay Gulanello, Jupiter Gulanello, Perpetual Health. He was on the Thursday show. He said that he's like Frank used to call him the based nutritionist. And Jay said that, and Frank's like, "What? Oh, that's what I used to call you back in the day." Like, I forgot that's what he used to call him. It's been that many years, but yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that Zoso has cats. That's cool. Base nutritionist. That's the day. Thursday was it was early in the morning, so not super early. So it's always after 9 o'clock. It's like in the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock hour. What Twitter chimes off. Well, it's usually Frank tweeting about something. So I'm just gonna go to the tweet. Yeah, the building ownership has officially abandoned redevelopment plans. Seems the studio is safe for the foreseeable future. Yeah, April 3rd, 10:46 a.m. I said I'm glad the building ownership storyline is over. It was a dumb arc anyway. I don't like that subplot. So we don't have to worry about any of like that town hall bullshit. We don't have to worry about Frank having to rent a U-Haul. And if you move out of a place, do this. Do what Joan Rivers did. She would squirt super glue into all of the locks. She was moving out of some rich places too, like just to be a dick. Damn, John Rogers said it was his wife's cat she had before they got married. Holy shit. Now how long have they been married though? Wow. Like I'm not saying the cat's 3 years old or nothing like that. Like I'm sure they've been together for a minute. We owe you Bill Cooper yet, Jupiter. It has to be Jupiter. Yep. He's out of this world, man. And honestly, what it was, I was listening to Fly Me to the Moon a lot around then. And they do, mention that planet in that song. So that's why. Oh, King 40, glad you made it. So no worries about Frank moving anything out of the studio. Like, I'm taking the paint off the walls with me, damn it. Scrape, scrape. Get to wreck up the place before you leave. None of that. So April 28th, it's still up in the air. Again, he hasn't marked off on his website. He has officially said, like IDK. Oh, Dragon Sage Legend made it. And it's a pardon me, John Rogers' birthday tomorrow, so you can wish him a happy 21st birthday. So maybe he will work. Maybe he'll take that day off. Maybe that's his wife's birthday. I've got to ask. But he is officially, that's marked on his calendar. Arden, Legend made it. What's up to Wally if he's with you? But definitely April 29th off. That's just, it's a very end of April. It's a Monday and a Tuesday. So that's, I got to look at the first week of May. Yeah, so that's just, that's all that would be. And sometimes I don't know if this works with September a little bit more than April. Like sometimes you can tell people there's a September 31st. Try to tell people that there's an April 31st. If they don't know what like the months rhyme, you can fuck them up with that. Red Sox pre 1959. Yeah, King 40 based. Frank's like, wait, let me look that up. He didn't look it up right. Stop using fucking AI. You're gonna run through all the goddamn water and make the world a worse place for your children. I would imagine it was much more fair back then. It's like, wait, that's too soon for steroids. Wait a minute. Hold on. So this is the show. This was the show. As soon I was thinking about that thing, like where do I find when I subscribe to a channel? Shane B knows. As soon as I see, like he had told me that maybe a week before, and I forgot. But then it, came back to me specifically on April 3rd, and that'll be important in a minute. But I'm like, as soon as I see this man, I have to ask him. I have to know. And I could barely like it all in the same line. I didn't break it up. I said hi to him, and I'm like, "Where did you find that setting to tell you where you found, how to, how long you've been subscribed to Frank?" However, I said it. All the cool kids are here on the Saturday night. Yep, Dragon Sage, you know what's up. And he told me like where to do it, and like since I was on the laptop, I was kind of clicking around a bit. And I'm like, whoa, wait, don't. It was like the show. No, had the show started yet? Oh damn. It might have been right before the show, properly started because I'm in the chat room before then. Either that or the show was just starting. But I'd asked him that, and I'm like, I asked him what device he was on. He said he was on the phone. Thinking, cool. Now, as I'm reaching for my phone, I'm thinking, don't do this right now. The show's about to start. The one thing you do not need to be is distracted from anything else in the world. But at the same time, I'm opening up my phone and going right to, and like I wrote down every single step. I'm doing it right now. Oh, Zora, glad you made it. You go to YouTube, go down to your avatar, tap that. Go all the way up to the top, the gear, that's settings, tap that. Go down to manage all history. It's the one that looks like a clock with like the little arrow. Manage all history. Then up at the top, it's going to say history, controls, interactions. Go to interactions. This screen has 3 sections. Video interactions, that's not it. Playables interactions, that's not it. Other YouTube interactions, the first option is channel subscriptions. Now be careful where you tap here, because if you X something out, that unsubscribes you. So careful when you're scrolling through this screen. But it shows you when you subscribe to every single channel. Like my very first one is Hogwash from June 11, 2015. That's something like that's where like the Jonas son of a bitch video is. And again, I did subscribe to Quite Frankly for the last time on November 16, 2016. But what I was looking for, when did I subscribe to Grace Still Plays? Because like I always say, like I found him in like 2017, 2018, but I can't prove it. Who remembers the first video they saw somebody and made them want to subscribe to their channel? I don't have that kind of power to remember that. So I go all the way to bottom. That's Frank. Well, let me go back up to the top. Gray can't be that far away, can he? Scrolling up, scrolling up. I'm like, now I'm in 2018. Like, wait, holy shit, Gray is not in here yet. Hold on. And nobody really has an avatar his color, so it's not blending in with anything. Get to 2019. Now, mind you, this was April 3rd. I'm looking at it right now. I subscribed to Gray Still Plays on April 4th, 2019. So like the next day I could like, like tweet about it and stuff like that. That's 6 years, 6 solid years. And I get kind of upset about that for something I can't really mention. It's maybe I'll get to a later video. Maybe I'll make my own membership videos and I can say it then because it's something I heard in one of his membership videos, and it's the one like I subscribe to. Like be a member for his channel because he hit 8 million subs and he was going to do something special for like the 8 million subscribers. Watch that video. It's like 45 minutes long, and he's just talking about going through the years, what he was doing then, and just what, like personal life and what YouTube was like at the time. And I watched that, and I've been traumatized for life. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everybody's well. It's okay, but I'm still just had my whole world crash down on my head. So yeah, it's like I'm sure I watched it before. I'm sure it's like YouTube recommended his channel, and I would have just like tapped on videos and watched it just randomly and just enjoyed them and just went along. But considering it was 2019 and that was like the 4th year, with quite frankly things were getting a little bit more like intense. Not like harder. There was just more to be like mindful of since the trolls were coming out. But maybe I just had to like consolidate things that made me be able to like stand. Like that's back when like that January is back when I found that clip of before Gaga when she's singing The Edge of Glory from when she was in Birmingham on October 15th of 2024. Pardon me, 2014. But like I found that in January that year, and then I found Subscribe to Grace Still Plays in April that year. It was just like it was the 4th year things were getting like that. But I just, and that's why I barely took any notes, because I was just like the knowledge of when I found Gray's channel just sort of was crashed on me, and I'm okay with it. And like the fact that I found out like the day before I had been 4 year or 6 years, kind of like, wait a minute, that's a coincidence. Lisa says, well, dang it, I jammed my, oh, I ended the needle into my thumb. Oh, now soaking the blood droplets out and groaning about my thumb. Oh, damn, you're going to need don't let any of the vampires see that. Zora said, good to see all you guys. I'm glad you made it. I hate poking my finger with a like, safety pin, like hand sewing, like, son of a bitch. Oh, that's why I should have had my friggin' thimble. There, I was gonna call it a thumble, but that's not a word. Oh, nice Dragon Sage. I'm celebrating a year and a day of bow making my apprenticeship as a boyard. That's nice. Yeah, Dragon Sage just like makes bows. Does he make arrows too? He's always making bows. Like, oh, here's this one I'm working on. Here's these other 3 I got here. Here's one that just broke. But like, here's these other. It happens. Dragon Sage, any excuse for weed and beers? Yeah, party up. And then Dragon Sage also like is like he's got this like quaint little town that he lives in. So I'll like walk around and like show like buildings and churches and stuff like that from the outside. Lisa, yeah, it's thrown off my cadence. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I worry about that just because I have to like speak with my fingers, so I have to be careful about like I don't like my fingernails getting very long and like touching screens. I hate if you're touching a screen and your fingernails are tapping on it. That doesn't happen with guys. It just happens with fat bitches with long fingernails. I wish to the gods I could cleave those off just for the silence. Yeah, the Magibo Magi Magi Bow Co on YouTube. I mean, you can look up Dragon Sage and like find him like that. Dandy, Dragon is really good with his wood. That should be your slogan, cause like he's got like a real friendly face, like he could just be like smiling and like just have that as the logo. Well, go like this. Don't write it in reverse. So yeah, because one day Shane B walked in there talking about, oh, I subscribed to Frank on like it was like January 19th of 2021. I remember that 'cause it was the day after my birthday. Like I don't remember him being there that day. I just remember him saying that'd be an odd thing to remember. It's my first time. Like, how do you know that? Fucking Aquarius magic. No, it's just sitting there on YouTube for anybody to find. So now I just want to know, like, what's the first video I saw on somebody's channel that it's okay. There's like a certain video of Gray's I want to find, and that helps me narrow down where it could be. Yeah, that's Thursday. And then Friday, yeah, 6 years sub to Gray Still Plays. And then if you watch Gray's videos from April 4th, he says like the name Frank in that video. Like he has said quite frankly before, but not specifically the name Frank. Huh. Has that come up before? Like not even a handful of times. Like on Dark Shadows, this isn't really a spoiler. Like they do say, quite frankly, it does come up like a number of times. I've counted, but you'll hear them say like frankly a lot, and it's like, oh, you were so close. Like April 1st, we were talking about the bug thing, and then I'm sure it came up April 3rd because then here we are, Friday, April 4th. We owe you Bill Cooper, cat good with his wood. Oh, there was a boat. Dragon Sage has a boat on his channel. Holy shit. Dandy said that boat was beautiful. Damn, I gotta hop back over there. As much as I do complain sort of about having no memory, there are some good things about it. There are some benefits to it. And you do have to, make it fun. But one thing I'd only realized yesterday that it's sort of spared me from is a certain level of boredom. I mean, like there is always stuff to do, and I can't just like sit or lie down and do nothing and think and be fine. I don't always have to be, stimulated with a device. But the fact that I really can't remember very far back into like, days ago kind of saves me from like maybe if I hear about something like once a week or like once every 2 weeks, it's so far away that like it seems like new to me every time I've heard it, or I just can't remember the last time it was brought up. So like it's not like information that I take in feels repetitive to me. It's not like it's thrown in my face every single day constantly. So I realize now I don't get that. Like I used to have that sensation a lot, like as a kid, or like if I am at a job, if I'm anywhere and you have to tell me the exact same thing to do every day, I will stop doing it on purpose. I will act like it's the first time you're telling me. Like I will do this job as wrong as possible because you can't shut the fuck up about it. Like I'm not retarded. I'm not 5 years old. I'll do it in my own time. And if you don't like it, I'll do it in a different way that nobody will like. Like, why don't you do it yourself or shut the fuck up? If you can't do that, you're going to have a surprise. It's like, oh, you said it so often, I thought I actually did it. It might trick my brain into thinking that it actually fucking happened. Like, oh, you think I forgot? I did. Oh, wow. Tell me it again. But this is the third time in a row. It fucking has to be. Frank will not shut the fuck up about goddamn bugs. What is it about bugs? Is this man a frog? And I'm just realizing it after 10 years. Why the every and it's not like he just mentions it and that's it. It's a topic we have to harp on for minutes at a time, solid minutes, like maybe 5, but it's more than one, and it's happened on more than one night in the same week, and it like there's no end to the conversation, and then more people just fucking add to it. Are we gonna name every single species of bug that you don't fucking see anymore every single night for the rest of, quite frankly, can we get off of this topic one fucking night? It's been 3 times. 3 is my limit. If I have to hear about this on Monday, either make more bugs or shut the fuck up about it. You're not going to will more into the universe by talking about it. Dandy, Dragon Sage, I hate the show, right? It's just this one part of it. It's because we can't help what we know. If I can remember it, it just happened. I can't remember, like this morning feels like yesterday. That's just like days just feel that long to me. Every day is 2 days long. That's not a joke. That's just how it is. So if I can remember it, I remember it so well. I remember other people's comments about it. I was in the chat room on Twitch on Friday. Where was that comment? I just told it to you. I'm like, and I didn't look at my notes. I remembered it. Yeah, the bugs are smarter. I knew that on the first when somebody else said it. And here we are 3 shows later on the same time. Is it Groundhog Day? Is it? I don't know what month it is. It could be February. I don't know. And it just it could just be like, if it was just like throwaway line, like, oh, and there's no more bugs. No, it's something we have to harp on. Like he forgot we've been talking about it all week. Like, is his memory going? Is he getting my memory now? And that's why I watch my own shows back, because I will. If I don't, I would talk about the exact same thing every single show, thinking, did I mention this? I don't think I brought this up, did I? He's gonna have to start watching his own shows back. Like, are you having fun sitting through this again? How about the 3rd time? Michael raising bug awareness. Yeah, it's Dragon Sage, get to the chopper. Dandy, the bugs flew to Mars. It just every night, what he eats bugs. Is he like a fish or some kind of goose or a spider? Now I have to know these things. Like, let it go. Let it go. Do you want to get sponsored by, like, who makes like the like the it's like de-icer debugger type of I got it in my car right now. I guess I don't need the debugger part anymore. It just keeps coming up, and it goes on and on and on. It's like how, like, in weeks prior they kept getting onto the subject of shite, and it just went on, and real life minutes passed by, and there's only so much you can say. Like, it stops being funny after, like 2 minutes, and then he like speaks for another 6. So it wasn't maybe quite that long, but it gets tired quickly. It doesn't stop. It's quite bugly. It's like, is it a bug's life? Is it because, like, of the intro? You don't have to carry that theme all through the show. Every show. And then we get off the topic, and it's fine. Now, what the fuck is up with this? I've always heard that, like, rhubarb is like you have to put strawberries in it with the pie to even make it tolerable. I've never had straight up rhubarb. It's like what, like sour or something like that? Like you can't eat it as it is? Dandy, Or I'm sorry, a dragon sage. Frankly, Stardust and the spiders from Mars. Yeah, yeah, that's he needs his band. Danny, did Nikki just sing Frozen? Let it go, let it go. Oh my god. And then I didn't. I'm starting to think that rhubarb must be evil because they grow it in the dark, and I think the reasoning for that is that it grows faster. But I was always taught, I thought this was true for everything. Like most things, you need like light to have it grow. This stuff's growing in the dark super fast. It must be evil. If like if the sun, if you're a plant and the sun is not helping you out, what the hell are you? I, I'm gonna avoid rhubarb just for that reason. And then it's red too. Like I mean, tomatoes are all also terrible and they're red. But if you turn a tomato into something, it's good. Again, I've never had rhubarb. I don't think I want to try. I'm sort of afraid of it. Dragon Sage, I think you're supposed to cook rhubarb. I've eaten lots raw though. Is it like does it turn your teeth red or is it just because it just looks like evil celery? It just looks like long evil celery, but instead of like the stalk being like light green, it's dark red. Like when you like sort of like when you smash the side of your finger and it's got the blood inside. It looks like that. Then you're supposed to eat it. I don't know if I'm not hungry, man. And I haven't eaten anything today. Lisa said, I love rhubarb. Straight stop crunching, sour or tangy. The leaves are poisonous. Of course they would be. I knew it. Yeah, I don't like sour. Arden says you're supposed to cook rhubarb for sure. Oh, Michael, yeah, you can spank with rhubarb. Yeah, yeah. I'll get that bitch some rhubarb. Oh, bitches love rhubarb. And Frank had this dude. Frank has not mentioned this guy in years. That Pascal, the singing chef. He had mentioned watching this dude, like he grew up in his. I don't know, like his mom had it on or his dad had it. Somebody had it on, so like the singing chef was always on. But he never played a clip of it before. But like he did this time, like yeah, that guy. I never watched it, myself. I just know from Frank mentioned it on the show. Did ya evil celery? It just it looks like regular celery, except it's like a blood blister with poison leaves on top. How is that okay? Oh, Michael, it grows sweeter in the dark. This is just getting a little bit too like bringing a little bit too much magic into the food. Like evil magic. I don't know if that's for me. Again, I don't like sour stuff. Okay, now I don't like this person is brand new to me. I don't know if they were making this up. I don't know if it was true. I sort of want to think it's true because when people are making stuff up, they aren't quite they don't like stick with it this long and aren't quite as detailed. Lisa says we have wild rhubarb here. Leaves are good to eat. Well, damn, Lisa can eat anything. She's like a goat. Now because like their handle was Big Brune Jobby. So it is like their handle is very Scottish. Big, second word Broon, third word Jobby. Very Scottish. If you know what those words mean, fine. If you don't, big brown something that you flush. But this person's talking about, I think it was a dude. You assume everybody's a guy unless they act differently. But they said in their school, in the corner of the English room, they would always see a dude standing there with no shoulders. Like the kids saw it. He said even three of the teachers saw it, but they would deny it. Who as a ghost wants to spend their time at a school, first of all? Like, okay, here's this pervert and he hasn't left the school grounds. But then I'm thinking, okay, well, what if he's, what was on that land? Like, was there a battle? And now, like, there's this armless dude and he's just got to, like, deal with all these, like, teenagers for the rest of his life. Like, I don't know the name of the school or nothing like that. I'm just, thinking way too much about this one line or one comment. I'm like, holy fucking shit. And like, for real. And they were just kind of, confirming. We owe you, Bill Cooper. Lisa can eat anything. She's like a goat, killing me, Nikki. Some folks just can't. But they're like, yeah, it's, like it reiterated the fact that, it's like, yeah, maybe we would have thought it wasn't, real. Oh, Dusty Blue, glad you made it. But the fact that three of the, other teachers had seen it, I'm like, well, it's one thing if kids say they see something, it's another thing if an adult agrees. I'm like, yeah, I was totally creeped out, like getting goosebumps. Like this show just went from annoying with the bugs to like, oh my god, like let me make sure my feet aren't dangling off the edge of the bed in case of monsters. But then they said another thing it would do, it would say half of you to the students. Why would he say that? Why did he talk? Oh my god, half of what? It just like I want to know about the school. Like what happened on the land there? Did somebody like get killed and now they're stuck in the corner of the school? What the hell? Like that is such a cool, scary story, real or not. That was awesome. I don't know. Again, like never seen this person before. I might never not ever see him again. I was creeped all the way the fuck out. God, that was like creepy pasta moment for a minute. Damn. Yeah, make sure to like the show, you scurvy dogs. And vote on the poll in the description. We'll get this film sorted out. And then Frank was taking a bunch of calls. This one dude was just like it sounded like because he was talking about he worked at Blockbuster. Like this was probably like a few years before it closed. But he would like going into work, like getting like hella baked, like getting his McDonald's breakfast, and then he would like give like his leftovers to like this homeless dude who hung out outside of Blockbuster. It was just like his routine. So one day he shows up, he got blazed, had his leftovers, went over, go to take him to this homeless dude, and dude just sprawled out, like he's gone, he's dead, R.I.P. And guy's like, goes back to his car, like blazes up again, well, you just saw a dead guy, what else can you do? Then walks into work like, yeah, that, oh, Dusty Blue, awesome, thanks for voting. It's like, yeah, that homeless dude that's usually out there, he's dead. And his first, like, his boss kind of laughed at him like he was making it up or something like that. He's like, no, dude, for real, dude was just sprawled out there. He's not breathing anymore. He's gone. And his boss is like, oh, well, should we call 911? Dude's like, I don't know. It's not an emergency. He's already dead. And it was like, he was kind of like laughing through it. It sounded like he was as high then as he was when he like found the dead body. And a few people commented about it. He wasn't like laughing. It's like when you're nervous and you laugh. It was like that. And somebody even said that, like I laugh when I'm nervous. I'm the same way. So it's not like he was happy he found a dead body. I'm sure he was kind of bummed out. Like you kind of, used to seeing this guy. I probably said hi to him for a second. And I guess what it was is, eventually, like they did come take him away and they let him ask questions of the police officers. And what it was like, I think he said like, the war in Afghanistan had just started like recently within the last year, at the time. So we had the, super high grade, uh, whatever it's an I don't care it's in heroin. I don't do this shit. He basically he got a laced batch of junk and shot up and that's what did him in. He wasn't trying to kill himself. They drugged his drugs. That's not cool. He's already on heroin. It's already as bad as it's gonna get when you're on heroin. You don't gotta make it worse. He's gonna kill himself anyway. Sorry to say it, but that's what happens with a lot of them. Arden said, "Yeah, I often laugh when I'm nervous or uncomfortable." Yeah, like if it's super uncomfortable, I'll just LOL at somebody. But then Devon Williams said a weekend at Blockbusters. So bad. That's great. Uh oh yeah, I got that already. Oh, and then he mentioned like because I guess Frank is getting sued over copyright with the whole like quite frankly thing, and he's just waiting for his lawyer to like Frank's waiting for his lawyer to tell him he can read the email that this asshole sent him, and it's some kind of like I'm sure it's like the most. just smarmy. Oh, legacy rank. Glad you made it. Just mentioned you way earlier in the middle somewhere. Yeah, how's it going? Frank's like, I wish you could tell me I could read this email to you guys, and we're all in the. Oh, gotta go. Have a great weekend. Nice. Glad you made it. How? Or no, yeah. People in the chat room were like, okay, you can I forget what their suggestions were, but I was thinking this. I forget if I said it, but like, yeah, Frank can just make a burner account and like post it on there, and then just, like I don't know, like just leave it there. Like I don't know what that's about, but I don't think Frank would do anything like that. He's not that type. But he is just waiting just so we know, because I know Frank did mention this before when it first came up, but he does kind of want to let us know as much as he can about this whole like copyright bullshit thing. I don't know why, because Frank is the only, quite frankly. I really doubt there's somebody else using that name, and their name is Frank, and they have Franklies. Oh, nice, Dragon Sage. I'm teaching archery to kids tomorrow. Oh, cool. They should learn that. Sweet. Dusty Blue, I am babysitting tomorrow night and going to watch with the girls. Holy Grail. They already know all the lines to the insulting French, but yeah, that movie is, you like, of course, you've got, like, if I don't have it exactly memorized, if I'm sure that's what's going to get picked. It'll all come back to me. I've watched it enough over the years to, and they do have The Life of Brian on a Tubi. And I want to say they have the entire Monty Python's Flying Circus, like all 4 seasons of like the show proper. If you have not seen it, watch it. I want to say the last season, it's only like half a season, and then also John Cleese left, so it's like it's still funny, but like there is something missing. That's what that is. It is still good. It is still good. Dragon State, I've got 23 jobs Monday. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, let me drop this in one more time. This is the okay for the movie. And then this is, let me get the playlist. Get the extra stuff on, and basically the ampersand and everything after that, you get rid of. Okay, now that second one, that YouTube playlist. I mentioned this earlier. There weren't a lot of folks here. That's okay. That's for all of us. This is an unlisted playlist that everybody can add to. Just everybody add 5 songs. It can be, anything you just want to share, want us to hear. Like maybe you're in a band, you want us to hear your songs. Go to this playlist, this YouTube playlist. Right now, it is called what do I call it? Balcony playlist. Pardon any lag. Right now, I've got Depeche Mode in there just to like have something, just so you can see, because if you scroll down in the bottom left corner, like right now it's got my purple top hat avatar. It's covering up the Vivo, so we can tell who's adding what. So it'd be like, well, John added this. So, and you can, like, if you, I don't know, you don't have to do this, but like, oh my god, I like that song you added. But it's just so like I kind of want to know who added what song, so I don't have to ask everybody. I don't have to ask like 30 people. Did you add this song? I like it. Did you add this song? I like it. So that eliminates that. I've never done anything like this before. That's why I'm kind of like, oh my god, it shows my avatar. I didn't know it did that. It should just let you add to it. Again, yeah, like I've done this before. Let me take a look. Oh, Lisa Gray, when I lived in London, my friends and I used to randomly yell at each other. Time for Monty Python, funny circus walks, and proceed to walk ridiculously and freak people out. Fun times. Oh, silly walks! I love the silly walk sketch. I'm not going to stand up and do it. It's Graham Chapman. It's like in a top hat. I mean, Michael Palin has a cute one in there too, but specifically the one that Graham Chapman does. Maybe I have to add, as far as the playlist goes, maybe I will have to like add everybody's name to it. But that's okay. That's something I can do on the next. Now I can't find it. I swear to God, I don't know the alphabet. What I do with my own, like I'll put like a dash or a dot before like the name of it, so it comes up higher in my playlist. Since I've got like 200 and or like 120 some playlists on here. Balcony. Okay. Hmm. I might have to. Okay, collaborate. Invite collaborators. Okay, it's given me the option to like send it as a well, like as a like a tweet or like a DM, something like that. Hmm. Um, how would I do that? Oh, let me try. Let me try to learn the alphabet. It's only the second letter of the alphabet. How far can I scroll? So invite collaborators. Copy. Maybe this is the way. Hold on. I don't know what I just copied, but I'm going to paste it. Better not be pornography. Oh, okay. Let me do it. Like, I'm not going to erase anything off the back of this. I'm just going to post it. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Er. Is it? Maybe it's different. I don't know if it's going to show me because I'm the one who made it too. So it like whenever I share the link for Frank's Discord, I'll click on it and it'll tell me I can't join. Yeah, we owe you, Bill Cooper. Yeah, Ministry of Silly Walks. Hell yeah. Did it work? It did work. I'm so smart. Yeah. And it just like the way it is, like add it lets you like add collaborators and then okay, Art just joined. Cool, yeah. I say it's got Arden, Dragon Sage, and King 40. Sweet, yeah. And I got that right in the description there. Just add 5 songs you want us to hear. It can be if you like 5 remixes of one song and you want to share them, okay. I like Bad Romance too. It can be anything you want. It could just be like 5 songs that you personally like. Maybe it's something that like, oh, we played this at my wedding, or we played this at my, you know, mom's funeral, or it can just be the 5 songs you like. You can swap them out too. Like, hey, don't be a dick. Don't like add like 50 songs in there. Don't break the rules. If you find a 6th song, try to take one out. Let's be fair to everybody. Because again, if you're looking at this playlist on your TV, you don't like get the 3 options side to side. It's just one video straight down, and it's seriously like time out of your day to try to find stuff. So like, go ahead, add it in, and then we'll be able to see like who added what, and just to like experience the kind of music everybody likes, because we're again, it's not going to be, I doubt we're all going to go in there and like 10 different people are going to post the exact same song. Because I think YouTube will let you do that. That's a little bit much. So like if somebody's already like picked a song that you like, maybe you two can fight about it. I don't know. We'll clear what, it just maybe it won't get that like that. I mean, we're all adults. We can get along with it. That's why I do kind of want to make it unlisted rather than like public right away, because I don't want. What if suddenly some troll gets it and ruins it? Would have to start a new one. I don't want us to have to. I don't want us to have to harp on it. I don't want it to be a hassle. Just something fun we can add to. Oh, Dusty Blue just joined. Perfect. It'll remember that for me. And it is getting kind of late, so let's get this poll closed up so we know what we'll be watching for this month. Lisa Gray, just joined like a proper adult. Nice. What was I looking for? Okay. Oh, poll, right. Oh, okay, damn. Okay, so I'm not sorry, reading. Okay, right now. No, I know it did say like Jenna reached out and said that it chose Monty Python instead of Tommy Boy for her. But nobody else said anything, so that's just the one. I'm gonna have to be mindful of like not letting it select the top option for me the next time. And then I was thinking too about doing the video suggestion you said, like just like maybe a minute long video, and then just say what the options are and tell people to vote in the comments, kind of a thing. But as of right now, it has 70 votes. So thanks to everybody who did vote. That's awesome. And again, like as far as the playlist goes, there's no time limit. It's not like it has to be filled up by the end of the week. It just can just like stay open and loose like that, just so we can get an idea of the other kind of music everybody likes. Or I mean, you can even swap it out, like put in like say 5 songs you like right now, and then maybe in a couple of months it'll change, and then you can swap those out for something else. Keep it fresh. Art said, "Me too. I voted Tommy, but Holy Grail. I'm fine with that." Okay. Because the way it is, like, I don't think 2 votes would have like knocked it, say, into first place. Because where it's at right now, I've got 70 votes, or the poll has 70 votes. It's a Downfall has 16%, Secondhand Lions has 19%, Tommy Boy has 9%, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail has 57%. Now, since Tommy Boy is on Pluto TV, that like theoretically, I don't know when they take down films. Like maybe that can be up like in following months to watch. And since I do own it, I do like it. But it is looking like the winner is Monty Python and the Holy Grail from 1975. You do not have to have watched Monty Python's Flying Circus in order to enjoy this film. It's hard to say a little bit about it since I know so much about it, and it is kind of hard to talk about a movie that I think everybody has seen. Like that, not everybody on the planet, but like folks around our age. It came up once somewhere, even if it was like on at a party and you weren't paying attention. You know of it. Oh, I don't quite know what to say about it. Dragon Stage of playlist is epic. Hell yeah, with that one song in there, sweet. John Rogers, I have the DVD. Nice. I know I did used to have it on DVD. Of course, a lot of them got like. Look, man, I've had drug habits in the past that I've paid for myself, so they went to the exchange. I'm sober now. I'm sober. Oh, Dragon Stage added 5 tunes. Nice. Now this is on Tubi. Tubi is a free app you can watch on your phone, your smart TV, and most devices in between. They've got a lot of good stuff. Like they've got The Critic, the cartoon. I've mentioned that before. They're the ones with John Lovitz. Oh, they've got The Kids in the Hall. No shit. I gotta add that. I haven't watched that in forever. Dude, The Kids in the Hall. Nice. Oh, they've got Constantine. Holy shit. Sorry, that's got a Rachel Weisz, my wife. Don't stare. Keanu Reeves. I don't want to like spoil the whole cast, even though they've got a picture of another person right there. Yeah, Constantine. Actually, one of the Franklies told me to watch Constantine like years and years ago, and then it was like on TV or whatever, and I got to see it. It's like, oh, I say, why you want me to watch this? This is so cool. So yeah, I will get that tweeted out yet tonight. I'll get that posted up for Monty Python, and then yeah. The no spoilers, Dragon Sage. It would be awesome if this was like the first time somebody was seeing it. I kind of doubt it, but that's okay. King 40 Nights I just added to your playlist. Sweet. Because I know we're going to get a variety. You know, it's not just all going to be like rock and roll. It's not just all going to be 60s. It's not just all going to be, country. It's going to be a like a variety in there. But yeah, I'll get this up for the so you can check it out. I mean, like, yeah, I can just search it up, but why do that when you can just wait for a link? And then again, I'll do the review for this on April the 26th, so we'll have 3 weeks to watch this. And then just keep it going for May. You gotta wait and see just what the like streaming services they take stuff up or they put stuff up and take it down. So I wouldn't do any good, like add stuff to vote on for May just for them to take it all down. It just yeah, gotta wait till it gets closer anyway. So that works out. Jenna just joined. Nice. So I get to sit down with a pen and paper to watch a comedy that I've watched so many times. I could probably, like, if I probably sat by myself long enough, I could probably think of most of the jokes. I don't know if they would be in order, but like that's where you get like the Bring Out Your Dead, the I've had worse, yeah, the French Taunter, like that whole Knights of the Round Table bit. Holy shit. And then like that's been redone in Lego if you like that. Oh, Jenna, sorry, was away. That's okay. Dan, you have to figure out how to add LOL. It should let you add with that last link. Let me I'll pop that back in there for you. And then if it bites you at all, you can just like go into the comments, any of these videos or the posts, and I can see it there since there's no way to like DM somebody on YouTube. I guess there used to be a way. Don't ask me what it was. I've had an account since 2011. Don't ask me where that option was. Somebody said that was a thing. It's like, sure it was. Uh-huh. Okay, here we go. Balcony playlist. Holy shit, it's already got 14 videos. Yeah, that's so cool. And as you scroll down, like down in the corner, it has everybody's, avatars so you can see, who added what song. That way, like, say what if somebody added a song, you're like, holy shit, do you like any of the songs by them? Like just stuff like that. It's like, oh, I'm not trying to force people to like talk to each other. Oh, cool. Got some Skinner in there. Black Sabbath. Nice. Cool. And no, again, no rush on that. It's just something fun to do, just to see what everybody's into. Like, you like that kind of music? Ew. What? Okay, whatever. Glad it makes you happy. Dragon said, "Yeah, none shall pass." Like, there's so many like funny bits I'm thinking right now, but I can't say it because it's spoilers. What if nobody's seen it? Dusty Blue. Oh, gonna show you, Nikki, my nephew Sam's techno DJ set. Yeah, it's meant to DJ DJ Umke's 30th anniversary. Holy shit. He's been DJing for 30 years. That is awesome. Dude, that gave me the chills. Yeah, and, it's just something to like listen to, like poke around, maybe listen to it in the car. That sort of a just for funsies, because I know Frank does have his playlists over on Spotify, and it's maybe I got like 1,000 songs in it, but it's like stuff that he uses for the show and stuff that he personally likes. I think I added an extra syllable in there, which is fine. But like this is just more, like say we don't have to click on everybody's individual pages and looking for their playlist. We can all just add stuff that like we think maybe other people would like, or it's just like screw you, I like the song anyway. I'm gonna put it in here. That's fine too. Just to see what we're into. Danny, I added one. Kick one like the video. LOL. And it, like it can be like, maybe you like went to a concert and you filmed a song, like that's okay too. It doesn't have to be like standard Vivo, official. Like when I like a song, like I mentioned before, I'll find like somebody else who's uploaded it, and that's the one I put in my playlist. I want the little guy to get like the views and the likes, not like the big, huge company. They don't need it. Dragon Sage, great episode. Nikki rocking Saturday nights. Yeah, thank you. I don't know if he's still live. Again, I did see Pickle Gamer went live at 7 p.m., so he might still be live, just doing the gaming thing. And then you can find out when you did subscribe to a channel. That is a real setting. I said it in here twice, but we can always, if somebody asks, like Shane B knows, he told me. All right, Dusty Blue at work just added. And then I think somebody didn't know how to add songs, so I'm going to post the link in that comment, wherever they said it. But like as of right now, I'm not gonna say put it up on my main page again. We don't need some like randos getting in there and like ruining it for everybody. I don't know, like if I can like just kick one person out. I don't know if it's set that way, but just just something to frankly playlist thing to get in on. I'm glad everybody liked the idea. That's so cool. And I'll keep like mentioning because like a lot of people who are regulars on my channel aren't here right now. I want to make sure they get in on it. So I'll keep, pimping that out. Oh, Jenny, yeah, have a great Sunday, everybody. Yeah, have a great time. Thanks for showing up here. Smash the like button on your way out. Oh man, let's see. We voted. I'll get the Monty Python thing put up. I am reviewing all of Dark Shadows on this channel this year. You can find that on Tubi again. That's Dark Shadows from 1966. Arden said, can I subscribe to it so I'll see when new stuff is posted? I don't see a subscribe button. Will it let you subscribe to a playlist? Oh, John Rogers, have a great night, everyone. Yeah, happy birthday to John Rogers for tomorrow. Let's see, playlist. Uh, it gives me an option to delete, edit, share, play next in queue. Play all. Oh, does it? I don't think it does. I guess you just have to keep checking back every like every other day. I think I've seen that Andre Ryu before too. I guess just like check back every like once in a while type of a thing, just sporadically see if there's anything in there, or like if maybe if I notice a bunch of updates, I'll like let folks know. But yeah, just something for us to play around with since we like so much different music. We gotta find something new that we're gonna like. So I'm glad you guys like the playlist idea. I'm glad everybody had fun at the show this week. Maybe next week coming up won't be so repetitive. We will have the morning sickness mat show the Wednesday coming up since Frank was not in last Wednesday. So after, quite frankly, on Wednesday, we go to Matt Christensen for half an hour or hour or something like that and just kick it there. So it's just a regular full Frankly week. And then next weekend, I'll be a half an hour early. I'll have the Keto Brains review for you then. And then Frank is also going live on Rumble next Saturday. So he will be live on Rumble, but I'll be in the Twitch chat room chatting. Link to that is in the channel's description. Dragon Sage says, I have a new 3-piece band almost rehearsed. New material soon. Sweet. And yeah, it's fun to see, or it's fun to guess who added what. Yeah. Oh, beat chat back from the shop. Nice. Yeah, everybody, have a good meal. Like, have any food at all. If your knee does not hurt, get some sleep. Take care of what you can. Yeah, and we will get back to it was weird going live in the middle of the week and then it's like thinking like as if that was Saturday and then this was it kind of threw me off a bit. Lisa said, everybody get dressed. We're all going. Yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget your pants. Don't leave them sitting here all week. Take those with you. If you do like Gray Still Plays, I do have a link to his merch in my description, graystillplays.com. Not sponsored. I've just been a fan for over 6 years. Love everything that guy does. Dragon Sage, yeah, get dressed. You're going. I guess I'm supposed to do that in an accent. Yeah, so we'll see each other, probably around Monday-ish. Frank does usually do his coffee meetings in the mornings on Wednesday. Even if they're not scheduled, I just plan to be there because that's what happened last Monday, and I was scrambling for like 3 minutes. So don't make my mistake to just be there at 11 a.m. And we just hang out and shoot the breeze. You get some information there that you don't get at the regular show, so it is good to show up there. Oh, well, you, Bill Cooper. Yeah, this was great. Good night, Nikki. Take care, everyone out there. Yeah, take care of yourself. Yeah, and do smash the like button if you haven't already. Check out the playlist. I'll get the Monty Python and the Holy Grail up for you guys to check out. We'll review that in 3 weeks. Lots of stuff to do. Lots of extra shows coming up on this channel because Frank is going to be off. So it's exciting to think about all the stuff that we get to do together coming up, and I'm just thinking like 2 months ahead. That doesn't even include everything. Like we don't know exactly when the Zells are going to be in the studio. I don't know how I want to find out because when I do find out, I'm going to scream. Like it would be interesting to find out live, but I don't want to do that to you guys. Like I kind of just want to show up to like a regular, quite frankly, and he says it. That way I can freak out in the chat room. But like we don't know when that's going to happen, but like we have that coming up. So it's just like all this stuff that we know is going to happen. Plus we don't know, plus stuff that we don't know is going to happen is coming up. So it's just getting really exciting. Oh, Dandy, love the song playlist. Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what you guys add. No pressure. We're not being, judged. Like, what are people going to think about me? Everybody likes music. That's what we're thinking. So, whatever floats your boat, man. It's all good. So, I love seeing all you guys. Thanks for giving me a platform so I can do this kind of stuff with you, so we can hang out and have some extra time together. And everybody, stay warm, stay safe, stay based. And believe, oh, I can't end the show. I can't get to the button. There we go. Dragon Sage, I'm going to trip out on the playlist for the rest of the night. Yeah, now I'm going to be thinking about songs to add, and it's going to hurt my eyes. Look at the phone, just like, oh, everybody's got to hear this. So like, we can like don't be like if you want to like put all your songs together, that's fine. Don't be like moving everybody else's shit around. Maybe that's how they want it. So like let's not fight about like it doesn't have to be alphabetized. Like just let it go. But yeah, but we'll all get along. So I love seeing you guys again. I know I'm repeating myself. Have a great evening. Catch you on the flip side. Until next time.